Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I'm here in O'Brien Road in Wan Chai. Probably one of the most kind of random spots you'd want to do a street tech video. But I wanted to try something different. You know, typically we do anytime, anywhere, Frankie Street Tech first looks. But this time I figured let's do a Frankie Street Tech 10-day review. That's right, 10-day review of this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. And I haven't done a bit of content recently on this phone, so I wanted to kind of just bring it here back to the channel and I guess kind of answer some of the FAQ questions you guys have had about this phone. But 1 week plus, almost 2 weeks actually, 10 plus days in, what are my thoughts and experiences with this phone? Well guys, the reason why I really haven't kind of felt as compelled to do a full review of this phone is because it's essentially the Mi 10T Lite. I've already reviewed this phone. If you want to see an in-depth review of the hardware of this device, except for the cameras, go and check out my Mi 10T Lite review. It's got it all, and basically it's the same device except for maybe the camera cutout that's a bit different and the 108 megapixel camera on board as well. But you know, it's a terrific phone, guys. I mean, this basically is one of the best mid-range phones of the year. Once you add in the 108 megapixel camera, which is getting better, by the way, with software updates, it becomes an even better device for you guys to consider. And if this does come as the Mi 10i, as I mentioned, to India or in any other iteration, I think you're gonna love it. So just a few questions here in terms of camera updates. Yes, I've received a few updates to this phone. Have I noticed any differences really in quality? Not so much. It's still a really solid experience, and then, you know, a really quick shutter with this phone, I would say. Not as fast as the Mi 10T Pro, but you know, quality, especially in this kind of lower light conditions. Look at that. It gets some really good shots, and I think the camera will just keep getting better. But you know, am I really missing anything from this or the Mi 10T Pro? Not so much. And so that's the other thing. I think the camera of this, I guess the HM2 sensor, while impressive, isn't, you know, the kind of blockbuster camera sensor that I think I initially expected it to be. But I think for the price, you cannot be upset with these results. Look at that. That is gorgeous. And I'm going to spend the rest of the kind of evening here basically taking shots with this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. So do let me know. I'll be posting those. And I think overall the camera's doing great stuff here. In terms of just overall availability for this phone, yes, it's China only right now. And a number of you asking, was I going to check out the Redmi Note 9 5G? I've decided against it. You know, a new year is coming, guys, and I'm going to do clean slate, new year, new phones. And so a lot of the kind of end of year 2019 releases, I think it's kind of done, guys. You know, I think a lot of you are, you're kind of moving on, getting ready for the Mi 11, getting ready for the Galaxy S21, and these kind of end of year releases aren't really that exciting. I think this is the most exciting release that did come out, and so I think I'm gonna stick to basically just this phone. But the Redmi Note 9, I did see it in the store, it looked pretty good, and so I won't be reviewing that phone. But I think availability for this in India, in other markets, that's really the question. Is this gonna come as the Mi 10i? I don't know. Will this come as the, you know, with 108 megapixel Mi 10T Lite Pro? I don't think so, guys. I think this is the way I see it. If you already have a Mi 10T Lite in your market, don't expect this phone to come to it. And if you don't have a Mi 10T Lite in your market, then maybe there's a chance that this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G will come to the market as well. Beyond that, how's performance been? How's the overall experience? How's been playing Genshin Impact games like that? It's been stellar, guys. I've had a terrific time with this phone. And once again, just like the Mi 10T Lite, it is definitely a performance champ. I really do think the 750 is lockstep with the 765. I'm not experiencing any kind of slowdowns or any kind of like lesser performance compared to that chip. So don't feel worried that you're getting a worse chip in a way than the 765. I think the GPU is actually better in this chipset, and just in general, I'm getting really great upper mid-range performance. And you know, in a year where the 865 costs so much, I think this was a breath of fresh air to see all these great upper mid-range phones come out with these chipsets. And finally, just in terms of kind of overall plans, you know, Frankie Tech, what are you going to do with this phone? What are your plans? Well, to be honest, guys, I don't know that I'm going to keep this one for much longer. but I am definitely considering, whether I keep this or the Mi 10T Lite for kind of continual review. The Mi 10T Lite is the global version though. It does have that going for it, but this does have the better camera going for it. And so I really do need to decide, but I think, after using the Mi 10T Pro and using that just incredible software that they pulled off, going back to other software, I guess this is a pretty good MIUI 12 experience. It's not bad, but it's not as smooth. There's a few more bugs here and there that I've noticed. You saw it there. You look at that frame drop. Did you notice that frame drop just there when I did that? And then generally speaking, the experience is very good on this phone, but it's the China ROM, which does get a lot of updates, but it doesn't have that built-in Google experience. On the Mi 10T Pro, I swipe and I get the Discover page, and on this I get all this crap. I don't use any of that stuff, guys. So to be honest, I would rather keep the Mi 10T Lite and the Mi 10T Pro than keep this phone. And so I think most likely this phone's going to be going back to the shop. But hit me up in the comments. Would you want to see any other types of videos with this Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G or Mi 10i? To be honest, I think it's run its course, and I think the main differentiation here was the camera, and I've done that camera comparison, and go check that out if you haven't already as well. But anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Just a quick kind of, 12-day almost review update here on the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. It's a terrific phone, and definitely will be an exciting release if you can get your hands on this one once a global version of this phone comes out very soon. So that's it for this one, guys. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Pretty interesting. It almost feels weird doing this for a kind of a follow-up video, but it was kind of fun. I hope you enjoyed this one take, street tech, anytime, anywhere, 10-day review and FAQ of the Redmi Note 9 Pro 5G. So that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Oh, what a dumpy spot, man.